Hello fellas and girls and whoever wants to look at my channel. A wee update today on the Lomax. Still quite a lot of things to do to it, and it's getting to decision time for me as well. Decision time is not really what I wanted to have to say, but there are a couple of things here. I've not been able to secure a place to store it over the winter, which is a bit of a problem. It means it would be under a cover. Don't like covers. I'm actually having to use a cover at the moment when they're wet days. They tend to scratch things. I don't like them. Even the nice brand new one that I got, nah, not great. But anyway, it's a pity because I'm actually quite enjoying this and quite enjoying getting out in it because it actually runs very well. Okay, so it was, I don't know who built this, to be quite honest with you. I have no idea. There's still quite a number of things I want to do before the winter time and before I make a decision exactly what I'm going to do. You can see there's an awful lot of these Dexian type nut bolts. They're horrible, they rust, doesn't look very nice. I don't like this. This is quite badly pitted. There's lots of pit marks in it. It's a piano hinge in the middle. It's quite retro, I must admit, but it's dented. There's so many dents on it. You know, ripples all over the place. There's one here, there's one up here. It's actually low in here. There's stuff around the side. Yeah, more so on this side actually. In here, right. But my friend owns an engineering shop, and I'm sure he'll make me up another cover for it. I don't have the right thing, obviously. This is how it was. Some of the paintwork needs to be sorted out here and there. Obviously it's not rusty because it's fiberglass. I think it needs to come up a bit. It's a bit low. Steering's very heavy on it, so I think we're talking about the right height. Certainly at the front is a bit on the low side, so I'm going to bring it up, adjust them up a bit. Maybe add about another 50mm onto it. That might cure it. According to the measurements, it is a bit on the low side, so that does give you that effect. But what I've been doing is I've been replacing a lot of these horrible bolts with these stainless steel boys. Okay, they're maybe not the best. I'll need to T-cut around a bit here where the old things have been. That should come up alright. I've changed all these down here. As we can see, these ones here, these were all those as well. They look better with those stainless steel ones. It's certainly improving the look of it even already. And we've still got these even on here, which I don't like. Don't like them. They're alright. They're probably, these ones I'll probably leave. I don't think I'll change those. I'll keep them there. I've also got a set of air horns to go somewhere. Don't know where I'll put them. You see there's some marks of paintwork here and there. It might actually respond to a colour enriched polish quite well, to be honest with you. It might just be enough. The exhaust, it's only a single one, as we can see on this side. It's alright. The baffles are completely gone in it. I did put some Goldilocks thing up it. And actually that had it off. And it's much quieter, and it makes an awful lot of difference to the power output. It's come way up. It was really sluggish on the journey from Annan to Kilmarnock when I got it. But timing was out as well. It was way over advanced. But I'm putting a 1, 2, 3 programmable ignition in it, simply because this is a big bore kit that's on here. It's the 652, still with the original 2CV unit. It's got a 5-speed GSA box in it with a Visa bell housing suitably cut out for the discs. The brakes were not connected up correctly. The one nearest the push rod was going to the back brakes. It should have been the other way around. That's been sorted, and that's improved the brakes no end. It had an oil change prior to I've got it, but since I've had it, I've changed the oil. It's only done about 150 miles, but I don't know what oil. Well, I do know what oil is in it, but I'm now into proper decent synthetic oil, and it's quite nice. It's running lovely. Tidied out the interior a wee bit. As you can see, the floor change for the GSA. There was an oil pressure gauge in there. Oh, there's switches that were in there didn't work. they were all seized up and they didn't go anywhere. They were going nowhere. Biggest issue is the steering wheel's too small, and it obliterates the rev counter and the speedo. So I think this is a mountainy one. I'm not sure, but I think it is. If it is, I can get a larger diameter, and I'll still fit in. I'll still get in all right, which should make me be able to see in the main most of the rev counter and the speedo as well. The fuel gauge didn't work. The fuel gauge is now fixed. There was a lot of rattling noise when you went over the bumpers. When you went over bumps at the back. That's been sorted. Well, the first thing was this was loose and rattling around in there, so I've suitably rubbered it so it's nice and firm. The struts for the I don't know if I've got the keys in my pocket or not. I think I should have for here. Yep. The keys for the sorry, but obliterating the field of view there with my finger on the lens of the phone. So this one here, it runs up here, was too tight on the tub, and whenever you went over a bump it got squeak squeak, rattle rattle, bang bang. So I've sorted that as well. I've adjusted that and put some rubber around it, which has cured that problem as well. So in actual fact, on the road it's okay. The other thing that I'm waiting to get a bracket made up for, I think I may have said this on my other previous video, was the steering column. Now, what happens is, the way it's done is it tends to chafe here. Oh dear, that's an outdoors door neighbour's dog. Sorry about that, I can't stop it from doing that. So anyway, this was chafing and it was making the steering really heavy. So at the moment, all I've done is I've got a couple of holes in the fiberglass here, and I've pulled it up with some zip ties. Now I will be getting a bracket made for there so it's better. It's not rubbing now and it's fine. The other thing was the handbrake, the bar through it was fouling on the fiberglass. It was rattling when you're accelerating. Fixed that as well. That's done. Quite a lot of things that were needing to be done. The verticals are perfect, as you can see. No rust in there at all. I will be filling them up though with the lanolin fluid, the rust proofing fluid. I'll be going over the chassis as well. All the chassis is perfect, but I'd like to go over it anyway, just give it another coat of that stuff. That stuff's great. Been doing all that before, but it could be because I don't have anywhere to put this over the winter, it might have to be sold, unfortunately. And that is the thing that I'm don't really want to do, but unfortunately it could be that's going to happen. Now, between now and then, obviously I'll use it a bit. I will take it for the odd run. That's why I got the thing in the first place. Use it a wee bit, but as I say, if we don't get this sorted out for the winter, I think it might well be that it'll have to be sold. It's a good car, it runs fine, starts first time instantly, hot or cold, doesn't give me any problems. Did initially when I drove it all the way from Annan to Kilmarnock, it did a wee bit of misfiring here and there. Not very much, just the odd miss, but since we've sort of put new points in it and change the leads and so on and so forth, that's completely cured it. But as I say, it's going to go to the 123 Bluetooth system, simply because it's got a carburetor on it that's got vacuum advance. So let's utilise the advance, get more economy, better tractability, and lower throttle openings and things like that. So yes, I think it's a way to go. So it wasn't a particularly dear car, but I have spent a lot of hours on it since I've had it. Done quite a lot of jobs. Changed the gearbox oil as well. That was badly needing it. It was really quite thick and nasty looking. And the gear change is nice now. It was a bit notchy and a bit stiff to be honest, but now it slicks into gear lovely. So I'm quite happy with that. But we're going to get most of all these unsightly nuts and bolts done if I can. Get away from all these Dexian type things that I don't like at all. So that's the plan with that. Tidy up the exhaust and so on and so forth and make it a bit more presentable. It's now got the Citroen 2CV hubcaps on it. I've got a set of them off eBay. Pretty decent ones. There's one that's not great, but there is a couple of brand new ones on eBay. As you can see, everything's very clean. It's lovely and clean, everything. adjusted the back brakes. It's got no inertia dampers on it, incidentally, and I don't think that's a good thing. They should have inertia dampers. But I'm going to try and get paint. I'm going to try and tidy up all the bits that's the kind of scuff marks and that's too much for the polish. Do all that and sort this. I don't know what's happened here. That needs to be fixed. That'll get done. I'll do that. But yeah, and you can actually see the ripples in the bonnet there on this side. There we go. But I'm sure we'll get that. I'm going to make a one piece. I don't want this piano hinge on it. I mean, there's a dent there as well. It's no worth fixing. Not the pit marks. There's no point in doing anything with it. Just get another one. So that's it. So there you go, guys. Thanks for looking at the video. I'll keep you up to date with it, and anybody that's in the Lomax club, you can see this, of course. And if I do decide to pass it on, it will certainly be going on there. I'll speak to the guys there rather than probably put it on eBay. But as I say, it's a decision I don't really want to make, but it might be inevitable that unfortunately I'm going to have to do it. There's not a lot I can do about the inevitable. Okay, thanks guys. I'm sure you'll be interested as we carry on. Oh, and incidentally, I think probably we'll populate some more gauges in here, possibly an oil temperature gauge in here, you know. Done a bit of vacuum gauge, might put a vacuum gauge in it as well. We'll see. I was thinking about putting a radio in it, but to be quite honest with you, you'd need to put a headphones on to listen to a radio. It's they're too noisy. There's too much wind noise as well to really get into. The only other thing you could do is put an amp in the back and a couple of big speakers in there, but because the seats are so far back, it doesn't work well. So maybe not. I mean, a bit of radio amateur as well. I might even put a 2 metre radio in it. We'll see, but I somehow doubt it. I'll need to have it flat out to hear anybody, and they wouldn't hear me with the noise. So probably a waste of time. Okay, there you go, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Catch up very, very soon.